This is Stephanie Schafer, and I am speaking with Dr. John Oki. He is the Director of Faculty Development and Engagement, as well as an Assistant Professor at the Office of the Provost at National Louis University. Hi, John. Thank you so much for your time and participation in my group project.
Hi, Stephanie. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. All right, our first question. Please describe any workshops, events, symposiums, conferences, or online programs you have hosted in the last few years relating to faculty development.
Sure. So the Office of Faculty Support is kind of where I work, and we host what we call faculty forums. They're PD, professional development for faculty by faculty, and so we run about 10 of those a quarter, and so we kind of structure those around our teaching excellence framework. And so they're in one of three domains, whether it's community builder, designer and teacher, or subject matter expert. So we run 10 of those. We have also done the connections. So NLU, as their faculty and staff, they do this event called Connections, and we ran 4 PDs that week, and then 10 lightning round sessions, which were 15 minutes each. So we found that you don't need a ton of time to be able to drop some quick nuggets for folks to pick up and use right away in their practice. So.
That's awesome. I know I see a lot of emails being an employee of NLU. Do you have any initiatives that are front and center since COVID-19 or are COVID-19 related? And if so, has COVID-19 affected faculty relations and development?
So the one I would focus on here is the shift to remote learning. So there's whether you're running an asynchronous class remotely, or you're running what we call bimodal classes, which has some students on campus and some students joining remotely. That's where a lot of the faculty development has been since COVID started. And currently National Louis has invested in a number of devices called D10s. And those are touchscreen boards that are in the room that facilitate bimodal learning. So a lot of our training has been centered on not only the technological aspect of how to use these D10 machines, but also the pedagogical aspect of how do you run a class with students joining remotely and in person. It's a really different experience than most faculty are used to. So that's where I'd say that's the biggest shift that COVID has called it. It's caused us to rethink our relationship with space. And so that's where our faculty development has been focused in at least the last 6 months and really since the beginning of COVID.
Definitely. Now, I would think that the relations are closer now because more faculty, I'm sure. I know I've personally been looking for help due to working remote as well, just trying to learn new things and be trained and all of that. Do you see more faculty involvement with these sessions?
Definitely, as folks, really want to know, like the technology it's one of those things where we can put out videos and we can, explain things in PDFs, but you really need to get your hands on it, right? You need that one-on-one engagement. And so we've seen a lot of faculty reaching out to the Learning and Information Technology Services, LITS, here on campus, and getting their support, and they're wonderful. They're willing to meet with you one-on-one to go over any technology that you need help with. So we're seeing a lot of faculty reach out for that. Yep.
Definitely. On to the next one. How do new faculty become familiar with the norms and the culture of the university?
So this is through an onboarding process. So we've actually just recently revamped this process. It used to be a series of what we called e-nuggets, which they're asynchronous. You go in and you can engage with them as you will, and there's a little quiz at the end. But we're moving that to more of a face-to-face interaction. We want people to have that human touch when they're entering the university. It helps really for them to understand things. They can ask questions in the moment when they're thinking about it. And so we've designed a number of experiences from, rather than doing one orientation session at the beginning of the term, we actually do 4 throughout the term. And that gives you multiple touch points, and we can offer just-in-time support. So that's where, faculty emails We send new faculty emails every week, their first term on campus, just to get them, again, just in time support, meaning, a topic that's relevant to what they're doing right now in their class. We also just started a mentoring program, and we offer a faculty learning communities where folks can get together around a topic such as active learning, and they can, if they come together, they read materials, or maybe they bring a lesson plan and they workshop that lesson plan to make it more active, or to maybe they sit in on another instructor's class and give feedback about, like, hey, this was really active, I really like this, how could you make this one activity more active, for example. So that faculty learning community is just getting going, so we're really excited about that. And those basically, I guess what I'm trying to say is you have to engage faculty in multiple ways to make sure you're putting something out there that works for them, because one orientation session that's scheduled Friday at noon, right, someone may not be able to attend that, and then how did they watch a video? Do they ever talk to a person, a human, about what questions they may have, or more detailed questions that they have on information that was presented? So that's our approach to kind of getting faculty acclimated.
Nice. And on to question number 7. How do you get faculty to attend faculty development workshops?
Right. So this is a great question. I think what the best way that we found to do it is to first offer to get something consistent. So rather than, hey, let's do a session Tuesday at noon, and then next week we'll do it Friday at noon, and that week, the week after it's a different time, trying to keep it consistent. And then people get used to this idea that, hey, there's PD that I might want to attend on Friday. Let me go look at the schedule and see, what might be there. And then they're able to think more proactively about how to attend these sessions, because it is consistent. So that's one. Another is offering it in multiple formats. So, if it's something like, technology training, and we need a one-on, you need that kind of in-person support, that's how we'll offer it. If not, we'll offer it in a Zoom session, which makes it way more convenient for faculty to attend. And that still may not work. So recording the session, making it available on our website, and then sharing it out in a newsletter are ways that we found we can engage faculty, even if they can't be there synchronously. They can still access that information later. And then it's advertising the sessions, right? So we have a newsletter that you may have seen from the Center for Teaching and Learning Excellence, and that that newsletter goes out to faculty and staff, and they are it kind of just informs them of upcoming events. And so that's kind of the best way to kind of get them aware of the sessions. And then how do you get them to attend is make it worthwhile, make it something that aligns with their goals. So they're, whether you're an employee, at a factory, or you're an instructor in a university, you have a performance evaluation, right? All employees kind of have these, and if you can align what we're doing in professional development with their goals that they're setting in their faculty performance evaluation, you have a better opportunity, or better likelihood of getting folks to attend those sessions. We then took that information and kind of categorized it, did basically a thematic analysis, and said, hey, what are the themes of content that people are looking for, so that we can give the people what they want, right? For lack of a better phrase. Yeah, so that's how we went about kind of planning a lot of the sessions, and then we looked for faculty expertise in those areas and recruited faculty to plan the session.
And I'm thinking those are ways to definitely retain them and keep them coming back, right?
Sure, if they find it useful, right? So making sure that the sessions themselves are giving them something that they can take away. If you walk away thinking like, that was a waste of an hour, you're probably not going to come back to another one. But if you walk away saying, hey, I have this new practice that I can implement tomorrow, you're going to say, I can't wait to attend the next one of these.
Nice. Yes. Mm-hmm. Well, that's all the questions I have for you, Dr. Opie. I thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, and thank you for inviting me to participate in your class assignment.